I've been with my husband since I was 15, and we always spoke really early on about we would have 3 children of our own and we'd foster or adopt. Parent and child fostering is when, instead of just having the child in placement with you, you have the mum and dad or dad, and they can be any age from teenage parents through to adults in their 20s, 30s, 40s even. Parent and child fostering is rewarding in many different ways. For me, though, the main one is about getting the right outcome for the child, and whether or not that outcome is to return home with the birth family or to be moved into adoption, it is about what is right for the child. And that is the important thing. But it's also about seeing the changes in a parent, being able to sort of see the small changes that they've been able to make. And we've had it where we've worked with parents or a mother that had had 4 children removed, and this was an opportunity for her to be able to parent. And she successfully did that and took the child home and is still with the child at home now. So that's an incredible reward. But equally, it's rewarding to be able to see the children with their new adoptive families. The important lessons we teach a parent is that there's no such thing as a perfect parent, that we all make mistakes, that it's okay to make mistakes, but it's about being focused on the child, and it is for them to have that focus on the child at all times. So, you know, as a parent, you have to be aware of what your child is doing, where they are, and take that responsibility. And I think that's what we always try and instill in the parents that we work with. The facilities you need to be a parent and child fostering is you need to have a home that is large enough and flexible enough to accommodate a parent and child. So that means if you're going to be taking mum and dad and the child, you need to have a bedroom that is big enough for a double bed and a full-size cot. But in addition to that, which you don't have in traditional fostering, is that the parent will need to have perhaps a shelf in your fridge, a shelf in your freezer, and a cupboard space that they can store all their food and things. A typical day, I don't think there is one. You never know what you're going to get from the time you wake up. Predominantly it's about the child, is getting a good result for that child, and it is getting their future secured at an early stage. Because if there can be a really clear plan going forward for what is right for that child, whether it's adoption or going back home, that could save that child being in and out of care on a regular basis. Okay, the advice I'd give for anybody wanting to become a parent and child foster carer is do your research, ask the questions, find out exactly what is asked. Sometimes I hear people say, oh, I love little children, I love babies, I'd love to do that. Quite often you have nothing to do, you don't have hands-on care of that child. I know placements that I've had and I might have only picked that baby up 4 times in 6 months. So it's, you know, because that's not my role. The role is to support the parents. So if you feel that you can do it, find out as much as you can, find out the realities of it, and then go for it.